is on the air. Today we've got an NFC South matchup as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Now Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Inside handoff now, Miller. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Robinson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr now to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of buying him up defensively, and that brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. To throw his Carr. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Carr now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ritter on 1st and 10. And complete to Drake London. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Ritter now. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Robinson on a give right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Back to throw, Ritter. Dancing to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first down, Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. But I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they... Down the numbers! There he goes! Through the middle of the field. Touchdown! A.T. Perry, 65 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. Now Carr. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Ritter headed right off the option. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for this. Here's Ritter. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. A point after, good by Groupie. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20.
There he goes, left side. He's to the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Groupie for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Eno Benjamin. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Saints 29, Falcons 15.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And quickly, they get to the line. Carr, he wants to change up the look here. That is caught by Olave, touchdown, New Orleans. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Falcons 15.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And they finally stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. A terrific return.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On play action, here's Ritter. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Flush to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Try to pound it in, Camaro. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Camara, 2nd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to down the numbers. There he goes. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 82 yards. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. This is Benjamin. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll run the option to start the drive. There he goes again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder, 38 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Ridder will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's Miller. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now we give up the middle to Williams.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Dances by him. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Carr going to throw here. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Ritter looks to throw it. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like.